Hey everyone, it's Megan Galata with Keller Williams Realty. As a real estate agent, the most common question we get asked is, how's the real estate market? It really depends on what market it is that you're referring to. Most people lump the entire market into one, which just gives people a false sense of reality. I like to break down the markets. Since I've worked with many buyers and sellers, and I know the Huntington Beach and Orange County markets very well, I know exactly how to break them down. But first, I want to touch on the different types of markets that you can expect to see and how exactly supply and demand works in real estate. To start us off, when you hear the term buyer's market, it simply means there are many homes on the market but not very many buyers looking. This puts the seller at a disadvantage since there are many homes for a buyer to choose from. For buyers, this is great. Buyers can feel confident in their purchase and know that they're not overspending or rushing into a home without fully thinking it through. On the other hand, you have a seller's market. This term many of you are probably familiar with, especially if you live here in Southern California. Orange County particularly has been in a seller's market for the last 10-ish years. This means the housing inventory is low and sellers have the upper hand. This is a wonderful opportunity to sell and receive top dollar for your home. If inventory is extremely low and you're priced right, you can expect multiple offers and prices to be driven up as high as a buyer is willing to compete. Now, for the buyers who have experienced this type of market, you know it's not easy. Saddle up with an experienced real estate agent and a strong offer, because it takes some savvy negotiating skills to get an offer accepted in a seller's market. Some tips for buyers. First off, have that pre-approval ready to go. This will be more than necessary. Second, be prepared to dive right in. Time is of the essence in a seller's market. And third, make sure that you present a clean offer. This just means remove any contingencies as you are comfortable with up front. For sure, consult your real estate agent on that one though. Also, have your agent call to ask what services like title and escrow that the seller wants to use. That way your agent can write them on in and hopefully avoid a counteroffer. The third type of market is a balanced market, which does not favor buyers or sellers. This happens when the demand is strong and supply is normal. Orange County had been teetering back and forth between a seller's market and a balanced market earlier this year. And once summer hit, overall, we've just stayed in a seller's market. A balanced market can be a great opportunity for both buyers and sellers. Generally, interest rates are good, which draws out the buyers, and home values are still high, which draws out the sellers. Negotiations tend to be fair, buyers and sellers are both agreeable, and neither party feels entitled to call the shots. But remember, the media tends to highlight the overall real estate market for the entire United States, which is just nothing like the California real estate market. Whatever's going on over there in Connecticut is probably not going to be the same as what's going on here in Orange County. So I advise you to get with your trusted realtor and ask them about our market, and more specifically, the price range that you're inquiring about. Which reminds me, real estate is not a one-size-fits-all type of deal. Just because the more affordable homes are flying off the shelves does not mean the luxurious harbor mansion is going to be doing the same. In my years of working with buyers and sellers, I have found that breaking down the supply and demand into 3 different price ranges will give me and my clients the most accurate read on what type of market we're dealing with. Thanks for tuning in to this week's tip. I'm hopeful that you learned something new that you can take away from this video. And as always, I'm here to answer any of your questions and of course, help with your real estate needs.